I'm based here out of our home office in Atlanta, Georgia. Wanted to take the opportunity to first of all thank you all for attending this week to the Gutter Summit event. It's been something that we've been very proud of to work with the crew with Gutter Summit and Gutter Growth and the entire team. I was just talking with John. It's kind of crazy to see how big this thing has grown just in the first 2 years, which is phenomenal. It's really encouraging too to be able to see great entrepreneurial minds in this industry that are continuing to invest, right? Not just into your business, but also into yourselves, right? So first and foremost, if you haven't been told this, thank you guys for attending this year. For those of you that, I see some familiar faces. So some of you were here last year. Maybe some of you I just saw yesterday at the VIP event. Anybody get to go to the VIP event yesterday at Spectra? How was that? Yeah? Yeah? Well, what we do at Spectra is a lot, honestly. But one of the biggest value pieces I feel like that our organization embodies is the fact that over the years as we've grown, we've never lost sight of what's important, and that is the position of our customer, okay? So there are suppliers in this industry that may do certain things a little bit better or different than us. But one thing that I will tell you about Spectra that's ingrained to us at our core, it is that we've never lost sight of who our customers are and what they mean to us and our business, okay? So it's a very standard value that we have that started with Tom Snell Sr. 50 years ago down in St. Pete, Florida, and it still carries through in our organization today. I tell people all the time when I get to talk to customers, I just go ahead and own it, right? I tell them, look, if you're looking for the perfect supplier partner, we're not it. And the reason why we're not it is because nobody's perfect, right? You guys are not perfect individuals. I'm not a perfect individual. A perfect organization doesn't exist. If you find the perfect church, don't join it because you'll just screw it up, right? So, right? There's a good laugh. Yeah, amen. Amen to that. So we're just a bunch of imperfect people trying to do things at a very high level, and we're striving for perfection, right? But if we strive for perfection and just miss, we're doing pretty dang good. So thank you all for being here. We're going to talk this morning a little bit about some of our value add as an organization that we've invested into over the last year and a half. So how many of you have heard anything about Spectra Contractor Services? Yeah. Yeah, we got some I haves in the house. Okay. I'm going to not bore you with 30 minutes, okay? I'm going to trim this thing down to 10 to 15 more, okay? And I'm going to be here the rest of the day today and the majority of the day tomorrow. And we got a crew over here on my left-hand side. This is my Spectra posse. Raise it up, Spectra posse. All right, if you have questions, I want you to grab one of our Spectra personnel here and have a discussion, okay? Because I want to be respectful of your times. Your businesses are likely still running right now, right? While you're here investing. And so if you, hopefully he said, so if you need some time to break away and make some phone calls. But Spectra Contractor Services, so basically a year and a half ago, we were working with some of our vendor partners. Augustine's one of our great vendor partners back here. What does he say? 5 out of 4 people struggle what? Augustine, what does your shirt say? 5 out of 4 people struggle with math. Look for him today. He's one of our great vendor partners, Augustine, back there from Classic. So we were looking at how we, as a valued partner supplier, can bring additional value back to our customers. Because anyone can sell you a widget, right? Some people want to sell you a widget cheaper than the other guy, and that's how they earn your business. What we wanted to do as an organization is we believe in entrepreneurs. We believe in this blue collar industry that we're in. And so we said, how can we partner better with our customers? And so from that and some of our vendor relations, the idea and concept of contractor services was birthed. Now, contractor services for Spectra is basically our way of helping our customers to diversify their current business with no additional capital investment. Okay? So that's the premise of contractor services. How many of you in here, well, everybody's doing 5 to 6K pretty much, right? Doing residential gutter. Has anybody in here tried to do commercial gutter? Tried. Everybody says tried, right? Tried. We're going to talk about commercial gutter. We're going to talk about specialty gutter. We're going to talk about the different entities of contractor services and how that can benefit your business, okay? Also, I want to add that all of the pictures that we have on this presentation here today are actual jobs that have been done by Spectra or a Spectra contractor services order, a Spectra customer, okay? So these are all images that we have partnered with customers to get. There might be 2 that might have been some canned images, but I'll point them out because I would rather you guys not call me out and say, hey, I got that same picture on my website too, okay? So I'll call my own self out. So if we're talking about Spectra Contractor Services, we got 4 primary categories. We have our chop and drop service, which is our specialty gutter service that we offer where we can roll out to your job site and do specialty gutters seamlessly. We have commercial gutters, we have standing seam, and then we also have below deck systems. Has anybody been able to do a below deck by Haven? Anybody? Got one more? How'd it go? Good? Great. Okay, awesome. That is a tremendous opportunity. We're going to talk about why it's such a tremendous opportunity for you all in this room. Let's get going. So chop and drop gutters. These are our primary profiles for our chop and drop. If you don't have the ability and the capital to invest the $40,000 that it takes to be able to start doing half round with a new machine, guess what? We got your back. Okay? We've made the investments into this equipment to be able to bring value back to you guys. So now you're able to not only just bid out on your 5 and 6K jobs to your customers, but you're able to diversify what you're offering them. You also have the ability to offer them 7, 8K because we have those assets in our contractor services chop and drop arsenal. You also can do the 6 and 8 inch half round. We have that equipment from Classic as well. And then we have our own 7/8 box gutter machine. Anybody doing box gutter? Anybody here? Let me ask this question: has anyone had a homeowner that says, "I want that square gutter"? Hard to find, right? And typically, if you find it, you're finding it in what? 20-foot sections, right? How about this? We have a 7/8 box gutter profile that is branded for Spectra. You can see the radius. See how it's got that slight radius under the lip? Okay, we created this ourselves, and we can run these jobs off seamlessly. Okay, so again, not to bore you guys with too many details, but let's talk about the why behind chop and drop. If you're running 5 and 6K gutter, you're probably running somewhere in the ballpark on new construction, $5 a foot. I heard some guys yesterday saying they were having to be in the 3s and 4s. Not really sure why they're still in the business, but still. You're running somewhere between $5 and $8, maybe 10, 12, depending on your market. Chop and drop type gutters, all right, seamless specialty gutters are going to bill out at 2.5 to 3 times more per foot than your typical K-style. Now you're talking same crew, same labor, same materials, but your top line revenue gets to increase potentially 3-fold. Who doesn't want to sign up for that type of increase? It's the same effort, it's the same energy, it's the same everything else that you already have the tools, right? You just need the equipment. Spectra Contractor Services Chop and Drop allows that to happen for you. Now let's talk about commercial gutters. I heard 3 people in the room say, I've tried this. Was it an epic fail or was it just a really big mountain to climb? Black shirt, talk to me.
It was last week, it was probably an epic fail. And it just turned into a big time expense.
Okay, all right. This is typically what you find with commercial gutters. It's difficult to find a source. It's difficult to sell sometimes because you don't have the confirmation of the materials, but also there's the lack of knowledge, right? It's not just a K-style job. There are many factors that factor in differently to commercial gutters. What we have done, what we started out originally with our commercial gutter division, is we were doing a lot of this, and we still do it off of a 20-foot press brake, okay? So we can custom make any profile. The idea behind our contractor services commercial gutter program is if it can be drawn, if an architect can deliver it to you guys to do for a bid, we can make it. That's all I want you to remember, okay? If you don't remember anything else, the next time that you have an opportunity for something really crazy stupid in commercial, or even for a homeowner that just has more money than what they have since, right? Because we all have had those, right? They're out there. Think of commercial gutters. Think of Spectra, and let them be your partner supplier to being able to bring a solution to these needs, okay? We have all different types of standard profiles that are available. You can see some of these are available, the standard box gutter style profiles that we can make. The cool thing is that there's also still a lot of 7 and 8K gutter in commercial. So we have you covered for that, to be able to do that seamlessly. So you're not relegated to just 20-foot sections and having to splice them together, right? We can do those seamlessly, and we have our 7/8 box gutter profile that we can do seamlessly as well. All this is available in 032 and 040 gauge aluminum, as well as 24 and 26 gauge Kynar. And we have over 40 different color options that are available at your disposal, okay? I don't like 40 color options, but they are available. I'm just putting that out there. How many would go down to 5 colors on their swatches? Praise God for that, right? Commercial gutters. If you're looking at this, if you're saying, why do I want to care? Why do I want to even take my time and bid on commercial gutters? A typical average residential home, and by the way, these are canned photos. This is me plugging the fact that I'm calling myself out, okay? These are not our photos. But your average residential install is going to be somewhere, what's that?
That's my photo.
That's your photo. It's on your website, right? I'm sorry, man. I took it from you. I'll pay you later, okay? Average residential install is around $2,000 to $4,000, depending on the linear foot of the job. Your average gross profit somewhere is going to be between $1,500 and $3,000, okay, per job. If you're managing your materials, your labor right, that's probably what you guys are seeing. Average commercial install is going to be about 20 grand. That's what you can bill. You have the same fixed labor if you can do it and do it right, correct? He said it was possibly an epic fail. He was going to make money. He's not sure he made money yet. He just did it last week. He's still waiting on the ink to dry, right? But, huh?
I'm still waiting on the check.
Oh, yeah, he hadn't made any money yet. He's in the hole. But your average commercial job is going to be a lot of linear feet, and it's just more that you can bill per foot. So you're looking at 20 grand average. Now, if you guys want to know, we pulled these numbers for the Atlanta market out of Xactimate. Anybody ever heard of Xactimate? Anybody in the roofing? Okay, it's a software system. These are the rates that insurance companies are actually actively paying. So we pulled the linear per foot charge of what the insurance rates are paying to replace. This is not fictional, throwing a dart at a dartboard, us just thinking some numbers up in a room, okay? These are real. Average gross profit on the same type of install for commercial is around 15 grand. There's your why. Right? Same type of system. Hang on just one second. I'm going to get through it. Hold that though, okay? All right. Same type of system, same type of process and procedure. It's just a different profile. It's harder to get. You can charge more for it. Simple, right? All right. It will take a little work. It's not going to be your rinse, wash, repeat 5 and 6K jobs that you guys can just crank the truck up and send the crew out for. It will take some scheduling. It will take a little bit of understanding, some training. That's where we help you guys, okay? That's where we bring the value to help you diversify your business. Now let's talk about other ways of which that you can diversify your business. Standing seam. This is a huge, huge, huge ticket item. Average standing seam across America is going to, a standard roof install is around $35,000, okay? Spectra has made the investment into the equipment to be able to come out on site and run your panels out seamlessly on your job site for your roofs, but we also, through our shop, can make the rake, the trim, and all the other pieces that go with the roof itself. Color coordinated with either our gutter colors or your standard 40+ average colors that are available for your metal roofing. We can do this in 24 and 26 gauge Kynar. This is an actual building that we did for a customer right here in South Atlanta. $35,000 is what a full roof average is billing out for standing seam. Average gross profit after your labor and your materials is roughly somewhere around 20 grand. Okay? The why is here. Okay? You have this available. The assets, the resources are available at your fingertips through Spectra, and we help you along the way. Let's talk about the next one. Below deck systems. Who raised their hand that they did a below deck? Black shirt again, right?
Yep.
When did you do that below deck?
6 months ago.
How'd it go?
It was my mom's house.
Oh.
It was okay if she was the trial.
Okay. All right. All right. Let me ask you something. You got a gutter crew as well, right? Okay. So if you're able to go do a full wrap and charge $2,500, $3,000 for that full wrap, and keep that crew on that job site all day, and do a gutter and a below deck system install and bill out $7,500, is that something you'd sign up for?
Every day.
Every day. You're taking your exact same labor. You need no equipment for this below deck. It's all the same tools. I will tell you, probably the only thing you're going to need to acquire is a laser level. That's it. Everything else rests in your cruise trucks or trailers today. Your GSL, your snips, your crimpers, everything, your gutter. Because the below deck system has to have a gutter piece to channel the water away. So you understand what below deck is. It rests inside of a $41 billion a year industry, outdoor living. $41 billion a year homeowners are spending for outdoor living, and this rests in that. Your average below deck system on a 250 square foot deck, which is the average deck in across America, $7,500 that you can build out for that. Your average gross profit on that is going to be about $4,000. Okay? Now, all the below deck is doing is it's taking gutter coil and creating panels underneath a second story deck with a walkout underneath to give you a dry living space. That's all it's doing. Okay? It sounds overly complicated. It's really not. If you can do pitch and slope on your gutters, you can do it on a deck. The laser level fixes everything else. Okay? So now you can take that same crew that you're having to go to 3 jobs and bill out $10,000 in one day for that crew. You can send them through your salesperson selling the below deck and the gutters, color coordinated for Susie homeowner, and now they can bill out $10,000, one crew, one job site for the day.
Do you have guys that are companies that are specializing in below deck systems?
Absolutely we do. Yes. Yes. I will tell you there's probably more people that do below decks that build decks than are in the gutter business. And the deck builders are having to call you guys to come do the gutters. You guys already have the equipment. You already have the assets and resources at your fingertips. All you need to do is just sell the jobs. And it's simple. Very simple. Here's the other plus side of that. With our partnership with Heath Bowman and Haven Underdeck, we will come out and train your crew on the first job.
Will you train our sales group?
Yeah, and we'll help you with that too, but it's a very easy sell. All you need, matter of fact, the next slide says, the only thing that you need to be able to quote an underdeck is length and width of the deck. That's it. Sketch it off, length and width of the deck. You send it in to contractor services at spectraguttersystems.com. We help you with the rest. That kicks it off. Let's make some money, right? Right? Everybody here about making money? Come on. So I want to break all this down as we wrap everything up here. All right? I'm doing really good on time. Man. The simplicity of what I'm trying to mention to you guys today, or what I want to bring home, is how you can stack your profits with Spectra. Okay? I think they asked for what was the title of this session. I just said, let's talk about maximizing margins with Spectra Contractor Services. But let's really talk about what it means to you guys. All right? So I'm going to keep it simple, stupid, because that's the way my mind works. If you leave here from the event this week and you make it a point to go out and sell 1 standing seam job, 2 commercial gutter jobs, and potentially 3 chop and drop jobs in a month, you are adding $50,000 potentially worth of profit to your business in a month. Now, you have no investment of assets. You do not have to turn on a new crew. There are aspects of what you need to be able to be trained by on your crews and your sales team we're owning. You have to bring in no inventory. There's no risk. The only thing you got to do is sell it and install it, right? And we help with over half of that, right? Now, I would venture to say that everyone in this room right now has an opportunity with at least 2, if not 3, of our categories that we're offering here through Spectra Contractor Services. Can I get a nod? Right? You guys, wheels are turning. You're thinking about how to incorporate this in, right? This time next year, I would love for you to come hunt me down and rip my arm off and tell me how much profit you added to your business by listening to this dude from Georgia talk for 15 minutes on selling me something else, when in all reality, I'm trying to get you to buy into your future. The opportunity is right here in front of you. It already rests in your book of business. You have homeowners that you have done jobs for that are in your database right now that you can go and pitch one of these products to, right? Is that fair? I feel like I took a left-hand turn somewhere. Are we still live? All right, good. Get them some coffee in here, please. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Any questions? Had a hand right here.
Yeah, is the profit margins that you were talking about included with the price that you would pay for the drop and drop?
Yes. Yes. That's your material cost, everything. Yes. Okay. Absolutely. Yes, sir. So that's a great question. We have very strategic locations right now where we have what we call our garage locations, where we have assets based with field managers. We are able to service almost all of our locations. We have 40 locations roughly nationally right now. We can service almost all of our locations with our current garage locations. As you guys know, anything can be done with proper scheduling, right? So the only market that I would say it's a little bit challenging for us, Colorado is a little bit out there for us. So we have a branch in Denver. That market's a little bit out there. And then I'm going to say the upper northeast, maybe some like Michigan, Minnesota area, that can be a little bit challenging. But the great thing about this is that all of these assets are on wheels. So all it is a schedule. Okay? And I ask that you all, if you don't have a Spectra rep, let's find out over the next 24 hours who your Spectra representative is. Let's get you guys connected and let's figure out how we make this work, okay? The below deck rides right on our trucks to the location, so wherever our branches are, it can be delivered right to you, okay? Yes, sir.
Does Spectra have a marketing channel in place so that this becomes, like the underdeck, for example, is well-known, say, to the homeowner, the builder, or whatever, or does that fall on our shoulders?
That's a great question. I want everybody to hear me when I say what I'm about to say, okay? Spectra has no problem sharing our marketing collateral for co-branded aspects. If we have it available for us, it can be available for you, okay? So if you want to scale this, you want to start getting some marketing out there, you want to put on your website, you want to put on some ads, you just get with us. We'll work to do that co-branding. It'll be our collateral with all your information. The same way we do our color chips. We don't want people coming to Spectra for Spectra color chips. We want them going to your business, right? That's why we work hard. If you don't have your business name, let me say this. If you don't have your business name on your Spectra color chips, then get with your Spectra representative before you leave this event, and let's change that, okay? Another question.
How was your last year, and you guys didn't really have anything in like southwest Missouri area?
Mm-hmm. We have added more assets that we cover Missouri right now out of Nashville, okay? So we have added 3 more assets in Nashville for chop and drop. So I'm going to tell you, yes, we have better reach. But again, like I said, anything can be done with a schedule. Right now, we average being about 2 to 3 weeks out, okay? So just so you guys know, from the time that you place the order with us, we're still roughly about 2 to 3 weeks out from getting to that order. All right, that's our current. That's how far we're currently out right now with our jobs. Some of the jobs, the specialty materials, whether it be copper, galvanum, different things like that, if it's material that we have to source because we don't already have it on the floor, can add a little bit to that lead time. But I would tell you that if you say If you work off a general average that 2 to 3 weeks, tell your customer that you sell a job to, I can probably get this done. Let me check my supplier. I should be able to get it done in 2 to 3 weeks. You should be fine. We can do a lot with time. The problem is that I know what happens with you guys. Your homeowner finally makes a decision today. They want you to start doing it day after tomorrow, right? That's typically what happens. So at each one of our garage locations, we also have stocking plans to support the assets that are there and the profiles that are there in at least the top 3 colors, okay? So Austin, Texas, for instance, they're going to have 6 and 8 inch half round parts and accessories in white, black, bronze, terratone, wicker maybe? And black. Yeah, did I need to leave out black? And some copper and galvalume, okay? And that's just what's going to touch 80% of the current demand in that market. All right? That make sense? Yes, sir.
The training, so is there pre-sale training, or when does that occur, and is there a certification that can be used in marketing, or factory rep kind of status?
Yeah, the quick answer is yes, okay? We can assist with some of that. Obviously, from our standpoint, we're not part of the install. So there is some limited liability there that we have. All the paint warranty, all of the Kynar warranty, everything like that comes along with the same products. But as far as the workmanship warranty and install, that falls back on you. We do have some connections within each industry that we can connect you to different agencies that can assist with certain aspects of training that we don't specialize in, right? We're not going to specialize in the standing seam install training. We're going to pair you with somebody that's been doing roofing for 30-something years and get you with them, right? And we're going to connect you with them. When it comes to the below deck, that's a partnership that we have with Haven Underdeck. You're going to sell the job. We're going to provide you the materials. Then we're going to come out and help train your crew on that first job. We use that first job as a training exercise. Sold one, I forget how, Aubrey just stepped out, I think. It was a huge deck out in Denver. I don't even remember. It was huge. It was massive. And Heath himself went out there and trained that crew on that. And that now, I think we did that about 90 days ago. They've already now sold 6 more jobs. Good question, though. Anybody else? No? Again, my name's Zach. We got the Spectre team that'll be here today, tomorrow as well. If you have questions, get with us. We want to talk to you, okay? All right, we greatly value you guys. We appreciate every one of you being here. Thank you again for your time. Yeah.